Yo, what is going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the Geeks 5 Hour Podcast. That's right, the only podcast where you can get 30% more chips in your bag and 10% more air.
More bang for your buck.
That's right. The only channel where there's a little bump at the bottom of the peanut butter. It says 10% more, but why is there that big ass bump like I'm losing food?
Yeah.
What the hell? Anyways, I'm your host, the one and the only, the most chaotic panelist and podcast host in all of Texas. That's right, acknowledge me. I'm you know, Roman Reigns is the original tribal chief, so I guess that would make me the very loud Mexican,
Or the MC,
the
the,
MC,
the MTC,
MC what,
the Mexican tribal chief.
the Mexican tribal chief.
MTC.
Oh, that would be cool, like an Aztec or Mayan thing, like the Mayan,
Yeah.
like the original. I don't want to say original, but yeah, that's a good way to put it. And joining me as always is the man with the plan. He runs the skinny. He's the Texas Gaming Hedgehog, and he is somehow the representative of all Sonic fandom on the Geeks Five Ever channel.
Yeah, I'm the Sonic guy, the
You're
Geeks
the
5
Sonic
Ever
guy.
Sonic, the Sonic expert,
I got you on my,
G5E.
got you on my shirt.
Yeah, see, there you go.
Got it at Walmart for $9.
Yeah, see.
All right, and we have a before we bring in our guests, what is on our skinny today? What do we got?
So this is just more like we're gonna do our thing here. So, uh, this coming weekend, it is Sonic Expo. It is happening this weekend in the Dallas area, more specifically the Mesquite Convention Center. That's happening from the 8th, Friday the 8th to Sunday the 10th. Basically, all things Sonic. It's like if you like convention and stuff, you get cosplay. They got tournaments. They got guests. Um, they got pretty much what you expect in a convention, but it's dedicated to Sonic. Basically, Kamehacon, but with Sonic. And it's so I'll be there. If you see me, say hi. Don't be afraid to say hi. All 3 days I'll be there. That's my plan to be there. And that's pretty much it. And quite fitting because just finally got that Sonic Shadow Generations game from the mail. So
Hey,
shout out to Limited Run for giving me the game 2 weeks after everybody else got it.
this sounds like a compliment and throwing some shade. Like, hey, thanks, but what the hell?
Nah, but I'm kind of glad I'm finally. Probably after the show, I'll probably start playing this.
All right, bet.
um,
Also, since we're talking about the skinny, this weekend is the Dragon Ball Daima English dub premiere.
Specifically Sunday.
Sunday. I bought my ticket for Sunday at 7:15 p.m. at the Cinemark Tinseltown Houston 290 and XD Theater. I posted a screenshot in movie meetups. Thank you, Sonic, for organizing the Discord. It was a mess.
Yeah, please follow our Discord. We basically did like an overhaul and all that stuff. If you join our Discord, please read the rules and please agree to them if you want to like keep posting. I'm gonna start. Anybody out there who's in our Discord who hasn't done that, don't be surprised if you don't see you can't do much in there.
That's right. We're gonna start putting people in timeout. And last but not least, this weekend is the 5th weekend of the Texas Renaissance Festival, which we're going to talk a little bit more in the episode. It's the 5th weekend. Heroes and Villains. Move my camera a little bit up.
Yeah, is it Heroes and Villains this weekend?
Yep, this weekend is Heroes and Villains. This past weekend was the Pirates weekend, the second biggest weekend. All right, second or third biggest weekend of the Texas Renaissance Festival. It's Pirate, Barbarian, and Celtic Christmas. We are getting a group together for Celtic Christmas. We want to get as many people as we can to camp together, especially because we want to start a clan, maybe a weave clan, because we are weaves.
Clan 5 Ever.
Yeah, clan 5.
It's
time to push out the back in my day people. All right, and joining us is our guest, and it's not like an interview. We're just here to talk, but Seffi's here.
Hello. Man, it's like I just came back from vacation with my bags. I'm like, what the hell is going on with my community? So, although I have been tuning in the last couple of weeks, so I'm mostly up to speed, but glad to be here, the Otaku Chief, and got my smart water and just shedding pounds.
The Otaku what?
The Otaku Chief. So,
You might want to
I didn't
workshop
call
that, Chief.
I didn't call myself that. That like started coming up like I think
Can you
after
imagine if I
WHCon.
hated you though? Like I'm the otaku chief, and I hated your guts. Like, oh look, it's the otaku queef.
I mean, isn't that the point of being the head of the tables to be hated? So, although I haven't watched wrestling in a very long time, and apparently, like, there's a lot of face. It's kind of what do I call it?
Civil War.
Yeah. Well, there's also a lot of cheers for Roman Reigns, which is interesting. So, I guess I mean, the whole point was like we were just tired of seeing him champion for 4 years straight. Like, imagine that someone has gone through their entire high school career with Roman Reigns as the world heavyweight champ or the WWE Universal Champion. But
Sorry, somebody's messaging me. I was just responding. All right. So first thing is first. I kind of want to address the. Let me turn down up my volume and turn down my gain so I can hear my voice. So last week we did an official review of TSUMI, and there were a lot of people that were not very impressed with the convention. I didn't go to the con, so I didn't really give an opinion. The opinion that I did give was based off of what I heard. Like, okay, this is what I think. This is what I think they could have done better. What they could improve on. Things like that. We're here to offer constructive criticism to every convention.
Mm-hmm.
We want to help said conventions. We want them to be better. We don't want them to end up like Anime Matsuri. That is the only convention we will never fucking help. That is the only convention we have beef with. We did a review on WeebCon. We still offered to help them. We reviewed other conventions like Onicon. We want to help them be better. We want to help all the conventions be better. Like hell, I'm willing to go back to Acon. If it ever comes back.
I was gonna say if it ever comes back.
Yeah, if it ever comes back.
Which it's pretty sad to know that that's the state of it.
I mean, it is what it is, I guess.
Mm.
I mean, we've heard the stories, heard the rumors, we've heard the innuendos, the tea, el chisme.
I mean, nothing's been officially said, I think, but the same thing happened with RumsCon, and they said, "Oh, we're on hiatus," but I think it's one of those like we're just laying back and accepting the fate, which is sad because RumsCon has been an amazing convention, but unfortunately I felt like they were about to phone it in, and COVID just finished it off, and sad with Acon too, with considering Acon's been the longest longest running convention of our time, and I guess, and a little bit selfish for me to say, is that I never got the chance to DJ in any capacity, and I will, with my chest puffed up, say that I should have played that show a long time ago. So I hope it can come back, just so I could. Well, I say I hope it can come back just so I could do that, but it's sad when they go like that. When they go,
I mean, I'm gonna be honest. For me at this point now, it's just the panels for me. If I don't have a panel, I'm not really at the con itself. I really don't care for I went during Anime Texas. I liked there were some things about it. There were some other panels that I did check out. That I always check out Suffering's panels. His panels are really educational. I've learned a lot.
Mm-hmm.
I've actually learned a lot. Me and him had a really great talk in the hotel room. It was a really great discussion. There's some panels I really do enjoy, and and there are some that are good that I would try to steal. Like there are some I won't steal any of Suffering's panels. For one, his are so they have PowerPoints and shit like that, and I can't do that crap. I just he knows me. My style's different. I show up, get on stage, talk shit, entertain you, make you laugh, make you angry, all the above. Then I move on. That's what I do. I'm an entertainer. I'm here to put asses in the seats. I have before. I've had really shitty panels. I've had good panels. I've had great panels, amazing panels. I've had panels where 3 people showed up. I had panels where 500 people showed up. I had a panel where no one showed up. Look at Colossal Con, Texas. We had the Dragon Ball panel on Sunday, and the room was like 70% filled, and it was a big panel room. It wasn't like a tiny room, and I didn't think it was gonna be I didn't think it was gonna be full. No.
Yeah, it wasn't. But then like it ended up becoming a really entertaining panel. There was a couple people who were there. They're like, "Oh, we were just there just to sit down," and then they stayed to the entire thing. I'm like, "Oh yeah, actually, this is actually really cool."
Yeah, it was great because I remember me and Sonic were waiting outside, and I think I don't know if I said this to you or somebody else, but I was like, "Man, if we can get like 10 people to show up, it'll be a success."
Yeah, and then it was like more than 10.
It's kind of funny how that works out. Sometimes you don't expect it, and it's like, well, it is what it is, and then you just be surprised. It happened to me one time with Anime Sakai. I think it was a tornado during one of my events, and I'm like, and Anime Sakai was a small show, like, and it just was revived. It was like back from the dead, and then I think it died again. And we had a very packed house, and then I did Okashi Con, which had overall. I mean, it was a small show, but it was overall a pretty fun show. People were there, and then my event came, and then it was like a lot of people were already mentally checked out, and I'm like, oh shoot. So, but I think at that point I started rethinking, okay, which one is to work and which one is to party. So like, I'll still go to. Granted, I'm a little bit burnt out with cons overall right now, but like. I would still go to conventions, even if I'm not necessarily doing anything. It's like, hey, I'll just hang out. But I will say that like the panels, I didn't go to a lot of your guys' panels, but the panels that you guys have done have been very substance. My wife, I think, has been to a bit more because I was always working, and she says the same thing. It's just you guys have put a lot more substance into your stuff, and I don't see that a lot, even with the professional ones that I've seen, like. That I've seen, it's like I think they're more gimmicky. Where you guys, even if you are using a gimmick, like or a theme thing like a Dragon Ball panel or whatever, you guys have substance in your panels.
The thing is, like, there's only one panel. We don't prep for shit. We will prep for karaoke, and that's it. All of my panels, fan fiction, Dragon Ball. I don't have any PowerPoints. I don't have nothing. I don't do that. I don't believe in it. Like for me, for my style, I don't like it. That's not how I roll. I just go up there and I just talk, and I like try to know what I'm talking about. Like, hey, I watched this fucking anime that's called what the fuck was it called? Something.
Insert an anime title here.
Random, yeah, something like that.
Jujutsu Kaisen.
It's like, man, it's just I watched like 15 episodes, and I thought it was shit. I didn't like it. And then that's where people get mad, like, what the fuck? How dare you? and that's where the joke starts. Like, well, you know what? Your favorite insert generic status about how your favorite anime is bullshit. And then people get mad because they're passionate. Like, and that's the thing. You got to bring out the passion in individuals. Like when I host Dragon Ball, I'll ask people like, who here is this fan of Super Saiyan 4? And people will raise their hands. They're like, oh, I like it. I think it's the best form. Well, all you people that raise your hands, you're furries. All of you, like every single one of you is a furry. Like one guy even like, he was like, he didn't know whether to
raise your hand or not raise.
Yeah,
he was like he was kind of reluctant about it.
Yeah, I even called him out. It was the same dude that like said the HEB sucks and he grocery shops at Walmart.
I wonder if they ask about like, oh, so you're a wizard, because maybe they are some of them are furries and they think you can predict the future now, like with that correlation. Yeah.
I don't know anything about that. The only thing they're gonna predict is getting booed off the stage because they like Walmart more than HEB.
I went to Walmart, I think yesterday, and I totally like hated it because Walmart only had there's no point to go now because they have these burgers these brisket burgers that my girls really love, and I go there to get it for them, and they did not have them, and we got whatever we needed to get from there, and the experience was just so much worse. Now, like, there's rarely there's like one person checking everybody out, and everybody else is like they're on their own.
Yeah,
And
that's
I,
the story. That's been the story of Walmart for like most of its existence. Like
yeah,
one register out of like 30.
yeah. So me with my, you know, how do I say this? With my PTSD, anger, whatever, it's like, hey, look, hey, I've done my time. I've been through enough shit. I just needed to I just want my stuff checked out so I can go. And I was super tired. And I think one time, like, there was just nobody working. I think it was just us. Like, one, I don't work for Walmart. So why am I doing, like, I wanted to, like, if I wasn't with my family, I would have just I had a full basket there. I would have just left it there and just gone to HEB either that then or the next day, because F that. But yeah, it blew my mind. And I can remember, I'm reading a book right now. It's called Built to Last. And they talk about, Sam Walton, I think his name. Yeah. And, his vision and why Walmart was so huge, or became huge, bigger than Kmart and all those other like huge stores, was his vision of just making it easier for rural areas to get groceries or products or appliances. And now it's like so much, even with all these stores around, it's so much harder to go anywhere. Like I would not walk into another Walmart if I can help it. And I think the only reason for me to go to Walmart was those brisket burgers. And after that, I don't even care. Heck, I'll hunt my own bison or cow or whatever, grind the meat myself before I go to Walmart and get brisket burgers.
I like Walmart because I'm staring at the wrong fucking screen. I was like, why am I not moving? Oh, it's next time you use self checkout, ask the manager for your W-2 since you had to ring up your own groceries. Deacon Rab, you sound like an old man.
They'll probably give me a 1099 because it's like, oh no, you're a contractor. We're not going to pay for your medical stuff.
I mean, to be fair, I mean, when you go to Walmart, that's pretty much the only like registers open anyway. It's just the self checkouts.
Hell yeah.
I mean, at this point, you might as well just accept it, and like either that or you just get it or just order stuff online, and then they'll have you curbside and just leave it in your trunk.
That's the other thing. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Oh no, I was just saying, like, yeah, because like I know people who would often just complain as how like, oh, there's 30 registers and only like one or two are open and all that stuff. It's just like a lot of factors. There's a lot of factors into like when they want to like make a purchase or something. Some of them is like, okay, I'd rather just deal with somebody, don't have to deal with a machine, because sometimes those self checkouts can be really dumb. They're like, oh, scan this, like, oh, you didn't scan it, or and all that crap, and then they'll be like, oh, an associate will be there to help you. I'm like, for what? Like, dude, it's just like, I just wanted to buy some like pencils or something.
You reminded me, bro. Like, and we're gonna get back to the TSUMI subject real quick, but I just want to share this story because it's funny that you bring that up. Yeah. Me and 17 went to Anime Austin, or was some anime convention in Austin, and we stopped by. There's like 3 or 4 Walmarts on the way back to Houston on the 290, right?
Yeah.
So we stopped by every one, and this is back when WWE wasn't that popular like it is now. Mm-hmm. You actually had WWE figures in clearance. Jesus Christ, why is my shit going off?
I was gonna say, what the fuck?
God damn. That better be a goddamn group chat. No, holy shit.
What the hell's going on?
No, it was a single message. Not a single message, right? It's like a one-on-one message. Single person message.
Yeah, I was gonna say, what the hell? I thought it was a group chat too.
Mr. Popular.
Yeah, no. Mr. Popular over there.
Yeah, nah, I'm not popular. Oh, fucking people hate me. No, but we stopped by like the 4 Walmarts, hit up the clearance section. We bought like $200 worth of WWE figures. 17 had a bag of coins. We paid with so many coins that we broke one of the self-checkout machines.
Oh my god.
It's like, so does this mean that like we broke it? Like, so does this mean the rest of the shit's free?
Like the old boomer jokes, like, oh,
Yeah,
that
the
means
old
must be
boomer-
free.
Yeah, but we broke the machine.
Yeah, literally the machine is broken, so you.
So it was like, do we just leave?
The,
Yeah,
the,
do we?
the worst feeling is like, what does it? Did it count the coins? 'Cause,
Oh, it counted the coins. It just broke.
It stopped at some, but there was too many coins.
It was like, fuck you, fuck this.
Yeah.
I don't even think I buy like stuff retail as much anymore anyway. Like shoot, I haven't gone to GameStop in a long time. I buy games, but I haven't gone to GameStop in a long time because they never have what I exactly want.
What is that?
Well, I mean, like if a title came out, right? I wait like maybe a week and a half, 2 weeks, right? If a new title came out, I go in and I get like, let's say Pokemon. I don't even know what Pokemon we're on now. Like even back then when I got Pokemon Sun, like I had to wait a couple of weeks before I had it in my hand. And I was like, you know what? I'm
Should
just
have pre-ordered it.
Yeah, I think I did. I don't remember. I know I got because I got my daughter and I Sun and Moon, and then like I don't know if it was all at the same time, but or maybe not even a popular title. Maybe I don't know. There's just certain things, whether it's games or peripherals. It's been a while since I walked in a GameStop that I just like. And I just buy stuff online now. I either or even like digitally. I try to get the physical thing, but like I've been leveraging Steam quite a bit. But yeah, I told Ame, my wife, just yesterday. It's like, you know what? Maybe I should just start buying my groceries online. I mean, it's possible now. I just never really figured how that works out. But maybe I just might as well.
I'm looking at messages. It was somebody was sharing their art with me. So speaking of self checkout, you know, when it comes to TSUMI con, like no, that self checkout would never work at a con. You know how many people would steal shit. So to kind of talk about what we talked about last week. So you know, I heard from multiple people, not just one person, multiple people that some of the people at TSUMI con
at SumiCon. Oh, you go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, what were you gonna say?
Oh, I was gonna say, like, let's just say the stuff that we talked about last week, kind of ruffled a few feathers per se.
Rubbed them the wrong way.
Yeah, I was gonna say that, but I was like, you know what? No, don't make it sound.
I thought you were gonna say resonated. Either way, it means the same thing.
We shook a few coconuts out of some trees. They didn't like that. They didn't like us messing with their coconuts. So yeah, that's why I wanted to make some comments. You guys got to realize that we invite people on the show to talk about the conventions. If you're mad, look, I don't want you to be mad at the guest. I don't want you to be mad at my co-host. I want you to be mad at anybody. If you're gonna be mad, go ahead and be mad at me. But it's not gonna stop me from inviting people onto the show and having them talk about the convention
that they attended.
That
you know,
they
most
attended,
of them didn't, or were there. You know, and this is coming from. It's like a Yelp review, like a live streamed Yelp review. You know, they're giving their thoughts. You know, they're not gonna like. Some of them don't sugarcoat it. Some of them could be bluntly, you know, brutally honest. You know, is it? Yeah, sure. It's a case by case thing where it's like, okay, should they have said it that way? Okay, that's case by case. But like what they're saying at the end of the day, that like their thoughts, you know, it's their opinion. You know. I don't know. That's the best word I can describe it. Like,
yeah, you're right. They're to add to what Sonic said right now. They're expressing their criticism for an event they paid their hard-earned money to get into. I guarantee you the passes were not cheap. Like, what were they, like?
I don't
$70?
know. I didn't go.
You didn't go? Somebody tell me, if somebody that went to the con, tell me how much the tickets were.
I'm sure they were at least like
probably $50.
$20 or more.
No, there's no such thing as a con that's $20.
Retropalooza.
That's different. That's more of a that's
it's a convention.
It's a convention. Yeah. You know what? You leave me alone. You leave them alone. They're innocent.
Yeah. So according to
holy shit,
they were $100 at the door.
No way.
Wow.
and they were just here. Like, I mean, I know they did other shows everywhere else, but that's Anime Matsuri like prices. And
Yeah,
not that
that's
they're
literally.
But they were like the size of like Delta or something like that.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sorry if the comments that our guest said didn't resonate with your vision of the convention, and I apologize that I gave my opinion based on what I heard, what I was texted, what I was messaged, what they smoke signaled me, you know, or carrier pigeoned me, or whatever the hell you want to call it. Uh, like, but that's a lot of money, and you're gonna get criticism for it. Like, don't expect everyone. Oh my god, it's the greatest thing since sliced bread. Bullshit. You know, nothing is like even the best con like this year that we've attended got like a 9 out of, and we thought they were perfect, but they got a 9.
Mm-hmm.
And no one get, it's very hard for a convention to get a 9, and we don't score the con just because we feel like it, like, okay, well, you know, well, they said it was a 10, but I'm gonna give it a 4 anyway because I think it sucks. No, it doesn't work like that.
Yeah, I think I'll say this. I was gonna wait till the end, but I think it makes more sense to just say this now. So first of all, I'll disclaim that I did not go to SumiCon. I actually didn't know that it was happening, and I was also just came back from a different state, so like it wasn't on my radar. So, yeah, but I think as what look, if I was running a convention or if I did throw an event, I do throw events, I throw raves, but if I was throwing an event of any kind, and I would want people to tear it up because it's I'm not throwing an event for my own vanity. Yes, I am a fan of the stuff I do. That's why I host the event. But when it comes to raves or even conventions overall, it's for the people, it's for the fans, it's for the stars, the night kids, my fans that I call fans, and I wanted to make it as somewhat, as it was more of a democratized event because I want people to walk out and have a good time. And if there is something that isn't necessarily right as far as like, oh, this panel wasn't my cup of tea, or I wish they had this, I would absolutely love to know about it. So that way we can have it next year. And especially if there's safety issues, because here's the thing. I do understand that we all can't be everywhere at once. We only have as much security as we can get the resources for security, and we try to prevent incidents as much as we can. I understand that, but like we need to be able to understand that if this has happened, let's make sure it doesn't happen again, and we need to be in front of it. And there's ways to figure it, and then maybe not necessarily on our own shows too. Like I pay attention to a lot of other conventions. I see the stuff that goes on at other shows because I've been guested or staffed or as a consultant, and I take those lessons learned and I apply it to my own shows, and I expect other shows to do the same against my shows or anything else. Like if I can't speak on you guys, but I'm sure like we agree, we have the same idea that at the end of the day, we're just making sure that we have a good event, a good convention for everybody. And if there has to be criticism on it, then sure, but it's not necessarily, we're not attacking anybody. It's like, hey, this happened or this is said. Can we do something about it next year? So that way we have something rocking. So, and whether you guys take offense, not you guys, whether cons take offense to that, hey, well, there's going to be somebody else that's going to be able to take, instead of taking offense, they're going to take advice, and then their show is going to be much better, and they're going to get the $100 for the year. Although I think $100 for a year one show in Texas is wild.
It's really expensive. That's at the door price. We have
So in case you're probably wondering why it's shocking us about this $100 price. Keep in mind, this convention was taking place at the West Chase Marriott. So basically, this is the same venue that hosted Delta H Con, hosted Anime Houston recently. it hosted the Houston Pinball and Arcade Expo, and they pretty much have like the same layout as those previous conventions, and they're about what, like almost half price or like 40% cheaper per se. So that's why we're kind of like shocked about the price, because as we stated earlier, we didn't go to the convention, we didn't know the prices, we didn't know much about it, and this is really shocking about it. Like the $100 at the door, I was just flabbergasted about that. And in case you're wondering why we weren't there, Goku was at the REN Fest. I was at the Sonic Symphony, and that's pretty much it. In case you're wondering, people were like, "Oh, you probably win. You probably snuck in." I'm like, no, we didn't.
No, we don't.
We weren't even like 20 feet from there or something.
Yeah. Real quick, we have another surprise guest. He is a future heavyweight champion of the world. Probably going to sign with AEW within the next year or two. He is the king of the cosplayers, Your Highness.
What's up, guys? What's up?
Aloha.
He was like, bro, you're so monotone. I gave you that great introduction. Like, what's up?
What's up, y'all?
Happy Monday, man. What's up? How y'all been?
You know, it definitely feels like Monday. My feet hurt. My ankles hurt. Deacon had more Taco Bell today. I'm just tired.
12 years. I think it's what, 12, 13 years. I still have not had Taco Bell yet. The day I do it, and Deacon's going to be on the video. The day I do it, I will do a YouTube live stream. I don't know what I'm going to have, though.
To kind of to kind of add to Sonic's statement, because sorry, I had to collect my thoughts for a second. So me and Sonic don't really do. There are a couple conventions me and him will still go to and buy badges. Like I know he does. But for the most part, me and him only really go to cons that we're booked for, or that will approve press or panels or stuff like that. And it's not that we're being like assholes, like, oh yeah, if you don't pay us, then we're not gonna fucking go. No, it's just that these badges are fucking expensive, and $100 is a lot of money. Like, for $12 more, I got Dragon Ball Z Ultimate Edition. I mean, Dragon Ball Sparking Zero Ultimate Edition 3 days early. I put 160 hours into that game so far.
Yeah, and it's like most of it. It's just also too because like most of it just had priorities and all that stuff. With which we would spend some more money on, our hard-earned money on. For me, was the Sonic Symphony. That's why I went to that instead of SumiCon, and also I ended up getting the Sonic Shadow Generations game, and I prefer that, which I just got today. And so, yeah, once again, thanks Limited Run for finally sending this to me. But yeah, it's just like there's some conventions that, as much as there's some that we do want to go. There's some that is like, okay, we could go low key. There's some that, it's just all about like priorities at the end of the day. Cause not just, we not only do, we attend conventions as attendees and all that stuff. We also have, we have our own, personal lives. We have like, jobs, we have, families, we have work, other commitments and all that stuff. So that's another thing in it too.
Yeah, as I mentioned earlier, I flew back from my 20th high school reunion. Did not know that this thing was going on. Yeah, I'm old. I'm already getting AARP things.
Aren't we the same age?
I'm 38.
Okay, so you're like 2 years older than me.
Oh, you're 20.
Yeah, so so I graduated 20 years ago. So
next year will be 20 years for me because I graduated when I was 17.
Okay.
I mean, I'm not smart or anything. I'm born in August, and
but my point going at is that even if I knew SumiCon was going, I mean, I had an idea. I just didn't know it was going to be that weekend after. Like 20-year reunions only happen like once, right? Reunions maybe happen every 10 years. I didn't even know a 10-1 existed, and who knows if a 30th did. And I lost contact with all my high school friends until the 20th, and that reunion was incredible. It was absolutely incredible. And But and it was worth paying them all that to get over there. Now I'm like, well, I've got no cons planned for the next couple months. I don't really. It's what's interesting. Now that you guys mention it, or I don't really go out to cons on my own leisure anymore because I've got a lot going on. I run a label. I make music. I'm trying to make music, and I'm also working on all these projects. And yeah, and again, it's not that I'm too good for conventions. It's just that's kind of like the reality. Maybe I might go just because, but SumiCon's 3 hours away from me, so that's just so much. The last time I decided to go to a con on my own power was just so you guys have an idea, or whoever's watching gets an idea of what people might like. Is I didn't know about Sonic Expo last year until maybe the week of, and the only reason why I knew about Sonic Expo was that I think serendipitously days before I was listening to Crush 40. I love Crush 40. Open Your Heart's one of my favorite songs that I actually speed on. What's it called? That's
Sonic Adventure.
Yeah, it was on Sonic Adventure, but there's a highway that goes from like I-10 Lowling to Pflugerville to Georgetown.
290.
Yeah, it's like you go 80 out. It's one of those that you go 85 miles. I would go like 100 with that song on, and I would have it on repeat. I know because I did this before OkashiCon. And when I found out that week when I went to see Paul Van Dyke in Houston, I was like, I need to see Johnny Girelli in person. I want to see this concert in person. So I went to Paul Van Dyke in Houston.
Yeah.
Then I went from Houston to Austin. I live in San Antonio. Went from San Antonio to Houston to see Paul Van Dyke. Then from there, I went to Dallas just to go to the concert. Although I did a couple other things at Sonic Expo when I had the time, and it was really fun. I just didn't plan it because I only planned the concert. And then
it was a really cool experience because it was kind of fitting because last year so the Sonic Symphony started last year, but the only Texas stop was in San Antonio, which was like in December of last year. And then for a lot of people, this was because the convention started off as an art show. Mm-hmm. And then they since expanded to a convention. It was just a 2-day one last year. And then now this year it's a 3-day one. And last year being there at the concert was really awesome because they kind of underestimated how many people were going to go inside the convention to go inside the concert, because there was like a massive line just for people to try to get in. And so much so that this year, the concert will be a separate experience. Like, if you want to go into the concert, you would have to get like a separate, like a ticket or something just to get in, because they kind of underestimated how big this was. So much so that this year, I think on a couple of socials, they were mentioning how this year's is actually bigger than they anticipated, so much so that they're almost they're like about to like cap the capacity of it.
Yeah, that's insane. And last year, I realized how, I won't say unhinged, how unhinged Sonic fans actually can get. And it was amazing. Like, I haven't felt that experience at a convention in a long time, because I was at the concert and someone had the American flag with Sonic on it, and everybody was singing the national anthem and then singing all the Sonic themes.
I'm back. What I missed?
We were talking about Sephi's experience with Sonic Expo last year.
Right, I kind of want to get back to the TSUMI stuff, because I know they're watching, so I just need to address this real quick. And we need to address something as well. We have created new rules. Rules. We talked about it, right? But just to kind of bring it up again, we created a role page for our Discord, right? So essentially, it's there to, we got to keep peace.
Yeah. So we did mention it earlier. Like, we pretty much overhauled the Discord. Basically, we organize all the categories. You know what I mean? It's just there was some stuff that happened last week that made me go, okay, we can't just be clogging up like certain channels onto the whole thing. So, and then again, like we mentioned earlier, there's a rule page. If you're gonna enter, please read the rules and please agree if you agree to all that stuff. You know what I mean? It's simple. Just touch an emoji and that's it. It's not that hard. And there's some people there who did it, but didn't do the thing I said in the general chat. If you don't know what it is, well, you failed. If you did do it, good. Pat on the back for y'all. You guys are listening.
All right. So it's pretty much the rules are: don't be an asshole.
Yeah, basically.
Don't. We should add more rules like don't fucking call me while I'm napping.
No, that's your personal rules.
Yeah. Don't be calling my phone while I'm napping. That's some bullshit.
Yeah, they'll be blown up and shit.
Jesse, there's something going on. Come keep the peace. Sleep, damn it. Leave me alone. I'm taking my old man nap.
Trying to be a slacker.
But just to address the Discord again, because I mean, we can't always be in the Discord. Like, I try to manage it as much as I can. I know everyone is busy. I got shit to do. Like, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. Like, with working out and the podcast and the Renaissance and just everyday life bullshit, it's just getting overwhelming at this point, and I'm just trying to keep up. But yeah, that's just a friendly reminder about the Discord. But to talk about TSUMI, so like, let's not sugarcoat shit, right? There's some people at TSUMI that are absolutely pissed.
Mm-hmm.
They're not happy with the review, and I'm pretty sure like a couple of them are watching the show. I think they were more upset with the title of the episode of the podcast than the actual. I feel like they didn't watch the show. Maybe they did. I don't know. But they were pissed with the title because it was called TSUMI Trainwreck. And yes, that could be taken out of context. And I'll tell you this.
Could we have worded it differently? Sure. But
yes.
What we said in the stuff, that's a different story.
Yeah, because it was supposed to be clickbait. Like, you ever watch Wrestle Talk?
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, you need clickbait. Shane McMahon to AEW confirmed, and then with a question mark, and then
oh my god. Yeah.
Anyway,
we are also guilty of using clickbait. I mean, it puts like I said, I'm an entertainer. I put asses in seats, and when we do the reviews, Your Highness, were you at?
Was that at SumiCon at the review? Or?
No, were you at the con?
Yeah, I was at the con.
I mean, you rated it too, right? You gave it like an 8 or a 7 or something.
Like a 7.8. Like it could have been a lot better. Like it was fine for what it was for a first year.
Yeah, it's a first year con.
In Houston. First year in Houston. So I'm letting them get the pass. And they tried some. They were in Houston trying to do some Las Vegas prices. I heard y'all talking earlier about the $100, about the $100 at the door. I've made $100 for at the Marriott West Chase, and I still haven't. That's why I'm glad.
Right. You do panels now. Chad does more panels.
Oh yeah.
There's a lot of people that never did panels that do panels now. Like, I don't know if I had like inspired y'all or influenced y'all. I don't know. I know there are some people that have taken from me. I've inspired them, or I've encouraged them. Like, especially like when I started posting gym progress photos. I didn't say anything for 30 days. Once again, I give it a month before I say anything, and then like
right. I know that a little a little joking thing here when you posted it on the Discord, instead of workout buddies, you missed opportunity to call it buff buddies.
Buff buddies.
Buff buddies. Buff buddies. I was like, missed opportunity.
I will say it's no coincidence that I started working out and dieting too, and I feel great. So definitely keep it up.
I feel like absolute shit. I mean, I'm gonna make a TikTok. I'm gonna make a video too about 10 things they don't tell you when you start working out. 1, your left shoulder always fucking hurts.
Specifically the left one, not the right one.
The left one.
It's always the left one.
Your left shoulder always hurts, and I've watched TikTok videos. Everyone that bodybuilds, their left shoulder hurts.
Your non-dominant shoulder.
It's kind of odd.
Yeah. Well, you're doing more strength training than anything else. I'm just running. I'm running like Forrest. So they say touch grass. I think we just need to drink water.
Are you lifting weights though?
It's more calisthenics than anything, just to get flexible. My goal is to drop 35 pounds and be able to do a 5K again, and then I'm going to switch to strength.
I dropped like 40 pounds. I am now below like a certain,
Hell
because
yeah.
I was a lot heavier a year ago, and now I'm like below a certain point. But I mean, like, yeah, you're not gonna see much of a difference because I'm bodybuilding. I'm not trying to lose weight. As a matter of fact, I'm trying to be able to bench press 450 to 500 pounds. Like, if when I punch somebody, I want them to explode. Because there's a few names whose asses I'm coming for. You know who you are. I'm gonna kick your ass. Oh, I changed it to Buff Buddies.
Okay. I didn't.
Like,
I didn't think you were actually gonna do it, but okay.
that was a better name than what I came up with.
Buff buddies.
Buff Buddies. But
Buff and stuff.
TSUMI Con, bro, like whoever's watching this from the con, we want to help y'all. That's why we did the review. If we didn't give a fuck, we wouldn't have said anything.
Yeah, if we said the stuff we said last week because we care, and there's people who kind of take it different. Because here's the thing: as a convention, I'm not saying you have to like do it and all that. We're just saying this as from our perspective as attendees. We're telling you stuff you could fix to get better, to give us a better experience, so that more people can go next, like in the future, years from now, with us next year, 2 years, 3 years from now, and be like, hey, man, this is a better experience than last year.
Yeah.
Or they, because some conventions, there's a lot of conventions out there who would be like, man, they get so like frustrated when they hear people say, man, I thought 3 years ago was better, or I thought 5 years ago was better, or last year was so much better, or it's just they want people to improve, or it's like that. If it's considered like, oh, we're just being a-holes. No, we're not being a-holes. We're just basically we're giving you some critiques. We're giving you some things you can improve on. It's just the way, if it's because of our tone, the way our voice, or the way we talk about that kind of stuff, I guess. But at the end of the day, like Goku mentioned, we care. We just care a lot about these conventions. We want these conventions to thrive. We want these conventions to succeed. We want them to be, 5-10 years from now, be like, oh, one of the biggest conventions of the year. Like, oh, this gets talked about a lot. We should go to it. You know what I mean? And that's what we want to do. We want to help out, in a way. And if it's through critiquing, if it's something like feedback, that's what it should be. Because if anything, and this isn't straight to SumiCon, this is straight to most conventions in general. If you can't take criticism, or you think yours is so perfect, and you think, oh, if they call you out on one flaw, you think it's the end of the world. If anything, you should not be in this business, in a way. Because
It's true.
Because you have to take criticism. Like, nobody's perfect. We mentioned it before. Nothing's perfect, and we just want people to succeed. At the end of the day, we care. We want to succeed, and it's like when you go to school. You know what I mean? So when you get like a C or a D on your project, you know what I mean? You think, oh, it's the greatest project ever, but not everybody thinks that way. But they do give you some pointers, like, oh, here's what you could have done this. You should have done it this way. You should have done that way. And then you take it to your next assignment, and then you'll get better. It's kind of like that. And I know that's a long tangent, little, my thoughts on it. But at the same time, it's like, again, at the end of the day, we care.
Right. And yes, to answer Suffering's question, no, Cell was not perfect. Cell looked like a green cockroach.
He's a grasshopper.
I know a roach when I see one. He could fly too. And every time you try to kill him and you come back, it's gone. He was gone. I mean, and it's like becoming the case nowadays. Like these conventions are constantly popping up. Like we now have anime tattoo expos. Like what the fuck? I mean, couldn't you just have like an anime section at a tattoo expo convention? We have lizard cons, snake cons.
Oh yeah, the reptile expo.
Cons, reptile expo.
Yeah, that's what they call it.
There's BDS conventions, porn star conventions.
Yeah, there's a lot of conventions, that kind of stuff. 18 plus, health fetish cons and all that stuff.
Anime cons were at one point unique, and they were special. Now it's like,
they had their identity.
they all had their identity. Now it's just like a dime a dozen. It's a lot.
Like,
It's like, especially like,
It's
you
like
know,
it's like that gif of like I don't know if you've seen it. It's like that scene from Toy Story 2 where like Buzz is stuck in the box and all the other Buzzes are all like the same thing. It's kind of like that. That's basically
yeah,
I don't
because
even think the content is like the same now as it is anymore. Back then, like one of the things I like to go to is just sit in the video rooms, and now it's just what VTubers and I'm gosh, I'm old, but yeah, like VTubers and some other like weird gimmick. Heck, like I think some you might see more non-anime at anime cons than anime. Like there was a bunch of comic cosplayers. I think it might have been a San Japan from 2019. The one I went to the one I went to before the pandemic. Because I didn't go for a year or two, and then I went for the pandemic. It was like I saw a lot more like Young Justice, and then there I saw more Deadpool than anything else. So, yeah, so it's just weird that it wasn't like how back then. Not that I'm gatekeeping comics or anything like that, but yeah, if I wanted to find anime, it's right there in front of me instead of having to look for it and at an anime con.
I mean, I'm kind of glad anime conventions have evolved, because a lot of I'm sorry, we might have different opinions, but a lot of anime conventions back then were bullshit.
Oh, really?
Uh,
They were.
I'm
mean, it's
interested about. I'm just
Yeah,
hear
because it
this.
was always the same 5 stupid ass animes. Like, as far as
Naruto.
content, merchandise, cosplayers, like attractions, it was always like Naruto or Bleach or One Piece or some stupid fucking show that just came out. Like, look at Sword Art Online. That was super popular, but the show was shit. Look at Fairy Tale. That show was also shit. Uh,
It's fighting words, bro. No, I'm just kidding.
no, I'm
I
dead
would
ass. Those shows suck. I don't care what anybody says. Those shows are garbage.
I
I
would
watched
imagine
Sword Art Online. That show was so bad I almost walked out of my own house.
Sword Out was pretty terrible. A Fairy Tale, on the other hand, well, but no, I respect that.
Rave
Project.
Master was a better anime than
That's
that
yeah,
Fairytale.
absolutely.
I'll be
I
right
like
back.
yeah.
First 2 seasons were good.
Like,
I think yeah. I was gonna say I think it's also because maybe so I went my first conventions were in Hawaii, and Hawaii has a lot more access than just the big 3. So maybe that's why I thought of maybe if I went through had the same experience you did, maybe I would have like thought so too.
I will defend Fairy Tale. But
Yes, bro.
Tatsumi Con is upset because they didn't like the fact. For one, they weren't happy with the title of the video. I mean, it was a clickbait title. It's called Tatsumi Con Trainwreck with a question mark. They didn't like the title. I don't think they liked what we had to say. They felt like we shit on the convention the entire time. We didn't shit on the convention itself. We shit on Holy Pete
Holy
being there.
Pete.
You can go ahead and say his fucking name, obviously. And we're gonna address the guy that's been posting on Instagram or Twitter, the guy that's going nuts. I don't want to say his name, but he's like on a fucking crusade, and he needs to be on a list.
Who?
Like, he's talking about. They were posting on Discord like this guy's like losing his shitting his pants. He's like, "Holy Pete's gonna die this year." Like, bro,
Oh.
chill. It's not. No, do not do that.
So I have an update for you. I just sent it to you on Messenger, by the way, on your Facebook
Got you.
thing, so you can check that. It's like photos. As far as I know, because we've been doing with the feedback from it, as far as I know, in the messages I've gotten, the topper brass of SumiCon, they were okay with our criticisms, but the lower end and the fans and the low workers and that one person from the whatchamacallit, they're the ones that are upset. But they cleared it up. Like when I got the messages sent, the topper brass, the topper end, they seem to be okay with us. It seems like everyone else or other people were just a little offended, and I think we were fair. I know I was fair. I know you were fair. Like you said, it was mainly just Holy Pete, just messing around. It was mainly just Holy Pete's problem.
Oh.
All right, let me see which. Okay. Let me see. Okay, that. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to laugh.
No, it's okay.
No. Okay. So those were, yeah. So those we're gonna avoid talking about just
Okay.
to
Yeah.
avoid drama.
Oh yeah. But as far as like what you call it, it like you said, it's like other people, like even like the head of the thing. They seem to be okay with us and our
And
review
that's
for the
cool. If they're
season.
cool with it, I'm cool with them. Look. I don't, like I said, I don't want anyone here that's on the show
Oh yeah.
to be penalized for what we do. Like I said, the criticism is just like, look, people from the TSUMI Con staff are followers, or people that love the convention. If you love it, fine. I mean, everyone has a different experience at a convention. Everyone doesn't have the same experience. I had an amazing time at Delta HCon. Some other people had a horrible time at Delta HCon. Like, it's based off of your perspective. Now, some people were upset. Maybe the title could have been better. Yeah, it could have been better. That's why I changed it. I overhauled the title because it was clickbait. I'm not going to lie to you. It was fucking clickbait. And that is exactly what I was going for. But I'm not going to apologize because I said something about your con that you didn't agree with. If anything, I would say, look, I'm willing to help. I'm willing to throw all my panels in the hat. I guarantee you there are people that will go to the con just because I am there. Like, I'm not full of shit. I'm not like, I don't have an ego. I've had people legitimately say that to me. Because honestly, I don't think anything of me hosting panels. I just go on stage, entertain, whatever, and move on. I like the fact that I'm hosting panels and I get a free badge because it's like, kind of, I'm working for it. I don't have to spend the money for it. But like, I literally do like entertaining people. I like making them laugh, and I make jokes at my own expense. You think I like walking around calling myself the beaner? You think I like making jokes about being an illegal immigrant and making people laugh? And they'll laugh. As a matter of fact, I made a joke about being an illegal immigrant, and one white girl got mad. I'm like, oh, I'm sorry. What part of Mexico are you from? Well, my parents are from Mexico. No, that's not what I asked. What part of Mexico are you from?
She got conceived in Tijuana. Was it Cabo San Lucas while her parents were on vacation?
I don't give a fuck where they were
She got
conceived.
conceived in Tulsa.
Where were they born?
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Like, I mean, people like during a certain time in Cabo San Lucas, people that don't look like us just happen to congregate a lot there. Although I've never been a congregant.
I'm brown as a turd right now. I mean, but here's the thing. I mean, look, that sounds way better than saying, "Oh yeah, I was conceived in a porta potty at the Texas Renaissance Festival."
And then and then all of a sudden their birthright is they're an elf because it just happened to be.
Yeah. I will say this about Ren Fair, and we're going to talk about Ren Fair. I don't dress in Ren Fair garb. I will go in cosplay and piss everybody off. No, I go in cosplay and piss off the back in my day people. Like, everyone, no one gives a shit. And we'll talk, like I said, but TSUMI we love, like, look, we like the idea of an adult. We like the idea of more conventions in Houston because that means you're going to take money away from Anime Matsuri. Yeah. I'm for it. I'm down. I would like to help you. I would be down to help you. I guarantee you, I would host some of the best panels, if not the best panels.
And we're not tooting our horn a lot. The track record helps.
I know, and I have other people help me. Like Suffering, like I'm recruiting his ass to help me with one of my panels. Like, we're gonna do fan fiction together with stereotypical accents. But let me see. Let me address the comments. Let's not judge Fairy Tail until after the 100-year quest. Look, when it ends, I'll give it another try.
Not over.
Let's not. You said we said good things about the con. We did. I think a lot. I think people just saw the title and assumed that we just shit on them the whole show. I don't know. I didn't really dig deep. Because like I had heard it from at least like 10 people. I felt like I was trying to be as fair as I could with the Laziest fair attitude of the con. Laziest. What is
Laissez
that?
faire.
Lazy fair attitude of the con. Oh god. Oh, something popped in my brain. I think that was my main criticism of the con. I just jumped into to talk about the VTubers because no one was mentioning it, and that was a huge. I was pissed because VTubers are like the hottest thing right now, but it feels like
Forced.
it feels forced because like it's popular right now. It's going to get so popular that the market's going to be oversaturated, and I guarantee you, like in 2 years, nobody's going to give a fuck.
I thought the bubble burst already, to be honest. Like,
No, I give it 2 more years at most, and if it lasts longer than that, then kudos to you. But
yeah, I mean the bubble hasn't burst yet because I could tell you that, and I'll give you an example. This is just recently too. I was at Anime Expo in Los Angeles, and they did have VTubers, but it's not just Anime Expo that's like that area, but like outside of Los Angeles, they were like doing stuff to attract people who are coming from Anime Expo. One example, the Los Angeles Dodgers had the Friday of Anime Expo, they had a VTuber night. They actually had VTubers, like exclusive merchandise, collabs. They even had one of the VTubers on the giant screen sing baseball music, like "Take Me Out of the Ball Game," and they were doing drone shows and all that. And that's how much of a big deal it is to the point where like people are saying, "Oh, that's the reason the Dodgers won the World Series last week." And I'm like, "Yeah, I guess so." So basically, Loki is their VTuber's their mascot.
I wonder if I go back to Japan later in the spring, how many like virtual like avatars I'm gonna like run into. Because I imagine when we talk about Anime Expo, what I feel like they do is like Anime Expo weekend, I imagine LA just becomes Shinjuku or Shibuya.
Yeah, basically it's a big anime thing because it's like it attracts a lot of people, and it's like that area in particular is just like all anime. So to the point where it's like local businesses would be like, "Hey, if you're in cosplay, you get like half off like our food, or you get like a % discounts and all that stuff." And it's like a big deal. It's kind of like how San Japan, some businesses would be like, "Bring a San Japan badge, you get like 10% off or something like that," for example. And it's like it attracts people. It's a big attraction for those areas, especially if there isn't anything going on at the same time, because sometimes there'll be events because the convention center is right next to where the Lakers play. So there could be like concerts, there could be like award shows or something like that could get in the way. But when that's not, it's like all Anime Expos, like that whole weekend is there. A lot of people are like, "All right, we're taking advantage of this."
All right. Sanji sucks. That is our word. What did I say? What did I say? I totally, like, when I went on my little tangent, I blacked out. I was like Will Ferrell during that debate in Old School.
I think there's like the air part, maybe.
All right, but he's not lying. Before the pandemic, I would put all my plans aside to go to the Geeks Forever DBZ versus Naruto panel. It's an old panel. We don't do that one anymore. Naruto isn't relevant, and nobody cares about Burrito. Damn, I miss Pirates Weekend. We'll talk a little bit about Pirates Weekend in a minute. My girlfriend says I should go to Ren Fair and dress up as Sir Slim of the Shadies.
Slim Shady.
No, I got that. I'm just, I feel like meat wad right now. I get it. I'm not laughing.
It's not laughing, but I get it.
Yeah, for real. That was good. Holy shit. That was actually kind of scary.
That's a kitty. You see, women love kitty cats. So that's why I want some Benjamins.
Oh no, we're doing more than one panel suffering. That's just the only one that we're going to talk about for now. We got to keep some of our shit secret.
Yeah. The burrito from Taco Bell matters. I love me some Taco Bell. Take a raw with some 5-liter burrito and a Mountain Dew Baja Blast. I'm sorry, my mouth is full, so I really couldn't do the voice properly. Once my mouth gets cleared up, I'll do it better.
Yeah, he's got to let him finish eating his Taco LaBelle.
Taco LaBelle.
VTuber market is already oversaturated. Hollow Live is the only organization making money. aside from the top indie and V Shoujo Ninji Sanji.
Yeah, Guargaro is one of the VTubers. Name's Guargaro. She's basically like a shark girl, and she became in a way low key the Dodgers mascot because of that VTuber night.
Wow.
Is it wrong to say VTubers are like the Zordon of the anime scene right now?
No, actually, I'll give a better description. They're anime Muppets.
I feel like people just liked Hatsumi Miku a little bit too much, and that's like the complete inspiration for the VTubing.
Yeah, I think. Which is funny because like throughout YouTube, I think around August, and like someone made like fan art of like Hatsune Miku if she was Brazilian, and that shit like blew up all over like like look up Brazilian Miku and you see what I'm talking about.
I could not open up my Twitter for like 2 weeks after all that. I haven't deleted that. I haven't deleted X yet. What the heck am I doing? What am I waiting for?
Bumruto. I thought it said Bum AutoZone or something.
Bum AutoZone.
No, he's not eating Taco Bell. Relax. Put the chub away, Deacon. If you want to summon Deacon Rap, leave 2 fire layer burritos with no sour cream.
I'm so happy the 5-layer is still a thing. That was my go-to burrito back in the day.
Man, fuck Taco Bell.
I'm still on that streak. 11 years, 11, 12 years. I lost count.
We're talking about Taco Bell, and like Goku immediately goes, fuck Taco Bell.
Man, fuck Taco. I'm gonna put that on a shirt. Fuck Taco Bell.
Taco Cabana.
Taco Cabana is like,
you don't like it?
That okay? Like it's kind of like Olive Garden. You kind of only go there because it's in your budget and you have nowhere else to go.
Which is ironic because someone said Olive Garden is Italian Denny's, and it's like the most accurate fucking thing
really
ever.
It really is. Have you seen? There's a video, and I'll post it in the Discord. It's called a Video Game Agent, and he's doing the Mario thing. He's like, "Hey, you got a brother? You do now. Meet this guy. Meet Luigi. It is an absolute honor to be working by your side. He sounds nothing like me," and he starts snapping his fingers. I'm a Luigi. You see that? The guy's a pro. He can turn on the Italian shit like an embarrassing dad at the Olive Garden.
Do you ever seen that show Clone High?
Yes, bro.
Yeah, so there's that scene where he talks about they're like they want to set up dinner. He's like, maybe we can have dinner. Perhaps the Olive Garden. It's like an authentic stereotype at an Italian restaurant or something like that. And they're like, well, we were thinking about having dinner at like your place or something. And then he's like, damn it, I haven't been to Olive Garden in like forever. Every time I hear Olive Garden, I just think of that scene for some reason.
So to kind of iterate, TSUMI-con, don't take the criticism personally. We don't really know who's running the con. We don't know you. We didn't go to the con. We don't have beef with y'all. We really don't. Like literally the reviews were based off of what was said to me, what was told, and what people came on the show and said. People have criticism. If people didn't want you to be better, they wouldn't have come on the show to talk, or people wouldn't be watching and listening, right? And we had a good number of people. We're almost on AEW's level. Like we had more than 3 people watching the show.
Hey, come on, man. Let's not kick them when they're down already.
Always. I'm a TNA guy. Sorry.
Damn.
Hey, look. I sat there through their bull crap, and they're finally getting better. They are like really good right now, and WWE might have something to do with it, but it's good.
Bro, I remember they canceled them on Spike because they put Dixie through a table, and they found out Vince Russo was working there. I remember that shit. I remember finding out.
That's the funniest. That is the funniest story ever. How like how you have two people with the same name but 2 different emails, and you accidentally sent information you were supposed to send to a journalist, which makes it funnier.
Mike Johnson, Mike Tanay.
Yeah, I was like, bro, like, how did you confuse that?
Isn't that how like Alex Jones lost his case or something? His lawyer just sent it to his to the plaintiffs.
Yeah, it was something it was basically similar to that.
And then they go like Destination America.
Can we acknowledge something? can we acknowledge something real quick? Because
Yeah.
this is proving my point.
And SumiCon was lackluster. I'm not going to sugarcoat it.
Yeah, see, I didn't say that shit. This is what some people think. Like, some people think it was overwhelming. I mean, underwhelming. I'm tired as fuck, and I still gotta go to the gym after the show. But it is what it is. If anybody from TSUMI we did, try getting somebody on the show. They don't really do one-on-one interviews. They don't really do stuff like that. So it is what it is. If any other conventions watching the show, because I know y'all watch the show, everybody wants to know the tea. But if anybody would like to come on the show and talk about how they feel like they can make their con better, like everyone's welcome to come on the show. Everyone except Matsuri. And I already know that I already know Fruit by the Foot over there is gonna like say something about it, because as soon as I see him again, he's gonna come up to me and like, "Hey, want to talk about Matsuri some more?" I'm like, "No, bitch, I'm doing something."
That's a good one. Fruit by the Foot.
Sonic knows what I'm talking about. Meat guy.
Oh, yes.
I'm calling him
Gotcha.
Fruit by the Foot.
All right.
Too soon. Okay. What? Okay. Y'all gonna watch the Paul versus Tyson fight? I thought they canceled that.
No, it got delayed. It's moved. It's actually next weekend.
What? Oh my gosh, I had no
Yeah.
idea.
It's next weekend, next Friday on Netflix. but
We'll watch it and we'll talk about it on Monday.
It's on the 15th. It'll be in Dallas. Yeah, the AT&T Stadium.
Look, another comment about TSUMI. See, I'm not like I'm showing every comment. I'm not singling them out. Like literally, I'm showing them one at a time. But yeah, no, people like we just want you to do better, bro. Like be better.
Now.
We know you can. Maybe not. Maybe don't have so many VTubers, because I fucking can't stand VTubers.
I heard the rave wasn't a rave at all. It was like just some
95% of dances are no longer raves. They're concerts.
Oh, right, got it. No, although if you I know you're probably I know you were being serious. Yeah, no, it's almost been a lost art. That's why my shit's always been the best, and I will say that again with my chest puffed out. But I heard it was like an AI concert of some kind. It's just VTubers and AI.
I cannot share my opinion because whenever your shit goes on, my shit's on. And when I was at the dance, it was like for 10 minutes because I was hanging out with somebody. Because I have to prep for we had karaoke. You were on for an hour before we went on for karaoke, and I usually prep before, but I was hanging out with somebody.
And this is for what convention?
Oh, that was for
Delta
H.
Delta.
Yeah.
Okay. Just make it clear.
Yeah, and that one was interesting, I'll say. I mean, it was fun. I mean, in my personal opinion, it was fun. I would say if I don't know yet, but let's say if I'm doing something like Kawakan again, that's a good one to gauge.
Oh yeah, so this is a two-parter comment. So we only talked about the Bondurce boy and Deep Pity, the person. I don't know. Either way, that motherfucker's screwed. He lost his sponsorship through Capcom, and that's like $60,000 a year of money just to play video games and talk about it. Well, I played Street Fighter and got my ass whooped.
Yeah, I think they said he was just an ambassador.
Like a great job. Yeah,
it was just ambassadors. Now they just basically they do like a sponsorship thing where, for example, hey, we're doing this convention in LA for a few days. Would you mind being our cosplay there and take photos and stuff? That's pretty much it.
It's kind of like
he was still alive. I thought he fizzled out after 2015.
The dance was more. Yeah, the dance was more of a middle school dance with VTubers.
Oh, I already know how that looks. Yeah, I'm sorry.
I went to.
I'm sorry if you enjoyed TSUMI and you think we're just shitting on it because, oh well, it's a hentai con and titties and this and that and you know what else you can see all that with no VTubers, the Renaissance Festival, the campgrounds. I got nothing against if you want to see all that. It's cool. more power to you. There are people that go to the strip club and throw what today's economy, they'd be throwing coupons at the strippers at this point. But homeboy's like, I'm gonna start throwing canned goods at her. She got kids to feed, right?
They probably do because there's, or maybe they just haven't eaten. And they're like, oh, finally some free food.
Jesus.
I mean, no, I'll give you a story because this is when I was doing ride sharing, and some of them were strippers. I was taking them to like gentlemen's clubs, and some of them looked so miserable, like going in there, like they didn't want to do it. It's like, man, I'm so starving, man. I gotta eat. I'm like, are you okay? It's like, it's just like, I can't really eat right now, And I was like, I know, like you kind of feel bad for them. It's like they look so sad and all that stuff. But when you take them home, and some of them I actually took one home, and like, no, I took one to their home. I know,
I know, I'm fucking with you.
the shitty out of context. Anyway, I took one of them to their home, and I was like, how was everything okay? And I was like, yeah, I finally got to eat. Someone actually gave me some money. I have enough to like get some food, and I was like, I mean, you kind of feel bad for them sometimes,
bro. Like when you do Lyft or Uber at night, when you drive for both at night, like the later, the more likely you are to get like strippers or escorts.
Yeah, you get a couple of them.
Wait, so they're not making enough money to eat, or are they just not eating because
no, like this one chick, I picked her up. She was on one of the strip clubs on Westheimer, and I picked her up, and it's like, hey, I'm gonna go to this place. I'm gonna meet up with this guy. And I'm like, okay, cool. Yeah, he's gonna pay me like $5,000 to like hang out with him for the night. I'm like,
escort, huh?
Does he like dudes? I mean, I'll hang out with him too.
No,
$5,000.
It's not like a joke. It's like, hey, I was like, it sounds like something you probably watch on a show, and it's like, what are you gonna do with me? I can do anything I want. Yeah, you can do whatever you want. Okay, well, when you come over, I want you to just come over, and I'll tell you what we were gonna do. It's like, okay. It's like, yeah, can you move that frame over there? Can you make sure it's perfect? Yeah, that's it. All right, thanks. Here's your $5,000. That's it. He's like, you weren't gonna have sex with me? No, I just want you to fix my frame. Like, make sure my frame's perfect.
You need to help me declutter this fucking house because there's some bullshit.
Yeah, can you help me clean this house with me, and then we'll play like video games, and then we'll eat, and that's it.
I need you to hop on the second PS5, get on Dragon Ball Sparking Zero, and I need to get the 100 online matches.
Oh, yeah, get the platinum. Yeah. Get the platinum.
So I'm so glad they said you don't have to win. Just play 100 matches.
Just participate, and that's it.
literally, that's all you have to do. And it's like I joined the lobby where there's like 6 people in it. It took forever just to get like 3 matches out.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because I'm almost at the trophy. I just need to finish 2 more storylines.
I hate online trophies, honestly. Trophies where I have to play online.
I'm so like I said, I'm so glad they didn't say win. But like when you do Uber and Lyft, we'll dedicate a whole episode to that.
Yeah.
When you do Uber and Lyft, yeah, I've had girls like they flat out just said, yeah, I'm a hooker. I'm gonna go have sex with some guy in a hotel. One chick offered me $60. She's like, hey, if I give you $60, will you come back and pick me up? Because he ordered the Uber, so I didn't order it. So I'm gonna need a ride back. I'm like, well, how long are you gonna take? It's only gonna be an hour. For an hour, $60 for it. I'll just wait in the fucking parking lot.
Yeah, actually, that's happened to me too. But it's like, there's like, hey, I'm just gonna be here in this bar, and it's like, I'm gonna wait. Can you like wait like half an hour? I'm like, yeah, sure. I mean, I'll be here. I mean, I'll keep it running. Yeah, I'll give you like an extra like $50 if you just like stay. Like if you want, you can come in if you want. I'm like, oh, okay. I mean, sure. I mean, I'll get food. I'll order food. I'll just watch you be. I'll watch you be humiliated. I'll just like have food while watching you.
These girls like gave me a $30 tip to take them to Whataburger, and even offered to buy me food.
Oh, that happened to me too. Some guy bought me food. He's like, yeah, hey, man, do you want?
It happens a lot.
Yeah, that's the perks. Sometimes the low key perks of ride sharing.
The bad part though, at night,
it's scary.
Is that it's dangerous. You go into a lot of shady areas, and if you cancel the trips or don't accept them, they penalize you, and you run the risk of getting hit, T-boned, rear-ended by a drunk driver.
Yep. That's why when I was doing it, I just did it until like it was like 10:30. Like after 11 o'clock, like all right, I'm gone. I'm going home.
Yeah,
But like that's why I do them early. I used to do them early.
I did it late. Like, I did it until like 6 or 7 in the morning. I have stories.
Yeah,
It's dangerous.
that's enough for another time.
Yeah.
Tales of
Tales of the
rideshare tales.
Tales of the rideshare.
Rideshare stories.
But to talk about the Texas Renaissance Festival, so we are trying to get a group together for the final weekend of the Texas Renaissance Festival. The campgrounds, not to just go inside the fair. Yeah, we'll go inside, but we want to get a group together for Ren Fair. Now, keep in mind, there are going to be some extracurricular activities going on that a lot of people might not be comfortable with. Like, for instance, there's a clan called Shooters for Hooters. Girls go and they flash their boobs for a shot. They get 2 shots if they flash their no square. When I did rideshare, I picked up a stripper who gets tipped in flyer miles and hotel points. She was going to Vegas. Oh,
How does that work?
Yeah, how does that work?
Yeah, I'm kind of curious now.
Like, how are you gonna come on here and drop that and not like explain further?
You like transfer the.
He doesn't want to give out the secrets, maybe.
Man, it's Deacon Bell.
Shit.
Taco burrito wrap burrito loving bitch. Nah, I'm messing with him. He knows I'm messing with him. He's got the shits right now.
Hey, aren't they doing? Isn't Taco Bell doing like a thing, like a decades thing, where it's like, oh, they get stuff from like 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, and like 2000s. They're bringing like items that debuted that decade, and like, oh, they'll sell them for a limited time.
Jeez, really? I didn't know all that.
So basically, a gordita supreme from like the 1990s is part of the menu. I'm like, okay, I was like, it's kind of cool, but like, can you make like the wrapping and all that stuff look like something from the 90s?
Yeah, like
to make us feel better about what we're dealing with right now.
God, you realize the 90s were like they started 34 years ago.
It's wild, huh?
Like, we are closer to, what is it, 1950 than. No, we are like, I guess in one more year we would be closer to 19. We would be about the same distance to 2050 than we are from. I don't know. It doesn't make sense.
I know. I was gonna say what?
No, I'm confused. I feel like Scott Steiner now doing some math. 33rd and a half. But when you count me, a genetic freak, then it goes down by another 3%. So you have a 10% chance, and I have a 132% chance of winning the match. See, the numbers don't lie.
I'm gonna spell disaster for you.
That's so many funny promos.
Like, you could watch, you see P.D. Williams next to him, just like, what? They're looking at him like, what the fuck? I fucking love Scott Steiner when he talks shit. He's so good at it.
I met him in person, and I was it was Brazoria County Comic Con, and he was, you know what? Surprisingly, he was so chill, and despite that, dude was intimidating as fuck. Like, I had here's me, you know, Colombian blood, ready to just kick anybody's ass, and being around this dude, like, who's just been surprisingly just been nice to everybody there. I'm like, this is a man's man right here. Like, let's not mess with this dude. So, but yeah, he was pretty cool. Meeting him at and hearing a lot of his stories at Brazoria County, which I think that con's coming back. I think I don't know when exactly. I want to say it was like February or March. I'll have to look it up. But yeah, it's Brazoria County Comic Con.
I'm fucking done with cons. I'm doing UshiCon, Tyler, Texas. I'm doing a few cons, but like next year I'm gonna limit how many I go to because I'm honestly sick of conventions now. Like, I retired from conventions back in 2013, and then I went on a 5-year hiatus, and then I came back to do more panels, to do we started the podcast, and then we started doing more shit, and now I'm just kind of sick of them. Like, we're gonna do UshiCon for sure. Like, we're gonna be there. We're gonna be at Tyler, Texas. We're doing a lot of smaller conventions. Am I gonna try again for San Japan? Probably not. But there are other cons I'm gonna I'm just so sick of this. I'm just so sick of the oversaturation of conventions right now. Like it's Comic Con this, Comic Con that, Missouri City Comic Con, Houston Comic Con, Dallas Comic Con, middle bum fucking nowhere Comic Con, Bucky's Comic Con. Jesus fucking Christ, can we like
Bucky.
chill with the goddamn Comic Cons? Like,
At least you can
and
save
we
more
have a
money.
shit ton of anime conventions: Weeb Con, Otaku Con, Mouth Breather Con. God damn it!
Sausage Con.
Uh, my daddy left when went to go get cigarettes and never came back. Con. I got 9 days out of the week, Bubba. There's only 7 days in the week, man. Like you ain't pump. Yeah, it's getting dull. It's like it's the same. Like it's the same bullshit. I mean, you walk around a glorified flea market, attend a few panels. It's like the same influencers at all the cons filming dumb bullshit content. It's just like I want something different. And that's why I didn't want to do like for one Onicon, like we canceled Onicon for reasons. And I wanted to go to Onicon. So if anybody's watching from Onicon, yeah. I wanted to go for Onicon, but for private reasons, personal private reasons, I'm not gonna say what happened. But yeah, something happened and I just couldn't go. Okay, yeah. See, family-friendly cons are fine because I want to start taking my kid, and she's going to be 6 in April. Oh, my ex isn't watching the show. But yeah, no, it's Taco Bell Con. I'm going to fight you, Deacon.
Should just call it Supersize Con. Just have all the fast food foods in like one convention. Supersize Con.
Supersize Con. There is no Bucky's Con, but I don't be surprised if there's one in like 10 years. Bucky's Con. I mean, that's why I'm going to the Renaissance because I like the Renaissance. Yeah, you still have your assholes there, like your people that talk shit about everybody. Like, oh, this one guy was making a post, and he was like, he was talking shit about like everybody that like he's like, oh, Renaissance Festival is not about orgies and gangbangs and alcohol and doing drugs and this dude's talking shit about like people that like cosplayers that dress out of like that dress out of the period costumes. It's like bitch, first off, I exclusively only do cosplays at Ren Fair, and I don't even do I haven't done an anime cosplay in forever. To be honest with you, I want to do another anime cosplay, but if I were to do an anime cosplay, it'd probably be I would do an anime cosplay at the Texas Renaissance Festival before I would do an anime cosplay at an anime convention. I'm trying to find this asshole's post. I think they took it down. Because his shit is gone. Chris. Wait, no, I better not say his name. Yeah, I think they kicked him out. Huh. He's a dickhead anyway. Yeah, this guy's always posting, starting shit, and he said something he's complaining like, oh, it's not for orgies and this and that. It's for people to go and enjoy the restaurant. And the entire community shit on him. And it was great. It was awesome. And there was the occasional, oh, why are you dressed like that? Why are you in cosplay? Like there were a lot of One Piece cosplayers.
It just made sense, pirates.
Yeah, it was Pirate Weekend.
Hey, that works.
It just writes itself,
When is NostalgiaCon? Because I think I missed the deadline to sign up for it.
NostalgiaCon is on December 6th to the 8th.
I'll look it up tonight. If the deadline hasn't reached, I'll sign up for it.
For what? For panel?
NostalgiaCon.
Yeah, to host panels and stuff like that. I'm surprised
I
there
didn't know
wasn't
that.
more. What?
Yeah,
I didn't know there was
NostalgiaCon
some
is. No, they do.
Well-
They do host panels, but
I know they're doing wrestling up there too.
Maybe you and 17 can have a match.
Yeah.
yeah.
I'll dress
And
up
then
as
you
a
get to
Goku.
you get to meet the Taco Bell Chihuahua there, which no,
Yeah.
literally the voice of it. Get to
Oh, I'm
Taco Bell.
so sad. I lost my Rey Mysterio mask at Ren Fair.
I was gonna say that if New Jack was still alive, I would go find the voice actor for the Chihuahua and have him say, "Here, lizard, lizard, lizard," and see if Jack freaks out. If anybody knows that story.
NostalgiaCon is obviously for us old folk. Ah, yes, I remember when they invented dirt. Chocolate. What? What did he say? Chocolate. Oh, I
There's no
remember.
chocolate.
I
always hated
remember. Yes. This shit gets. Why did they go on dates with them at the end of the episode?
I don't know.
Oh, they do.
So, how are you two ladies? How are you two young ladies doing? What? What did he say?
The one just a spine.
Yeah, it's just a spine and like
My
a skull.
favorite line though, like, is that she's like, "I remember when they invented chocolate. I hated it."
I always hated it.
But
And
if
what
you
was
rub
it?
it on your skin, you'll live forever.
Live forever. Just rub it in. I'll
Nah,
take one.
my favorite line will always be, "How many times do you have to teach you this lesson, old man?" He's like, "I love the young people."
I love the young people.
I always like that one where it's like,
He's gonna kick
so
my butt.
is that episode where like Mr. Krabs has like a midlife crisis, right? He's walking, he's like, there's this line of like elderly people. One of them's like, "Hey, you're cutting. If you want to get in like the rest of us," and he's like,
Yeah,
it's in front of a cemetery, but it's like, and he's like, "I'm not old like you," and he starts running away, and they're like, "What's his problem?" And it's like for an ice cream truck.
No, the thing that nobody talks about from that episode where he's having the midlife crisis is that he had blinkers on his ass.
Yeah, come on.
Move it. And your blinker's been on for like the last 2 blocks, 3 blocks.
I love when he just would not throw away the rotten Krabby Patty. He's like,
Right.
it'll taste good, and I'll prove it right here. Woo! Oh, there's an ambulance coming by. Oh, look at that. He goes
Anyway.
to eat it.
And it cuts it to the.
So
Save it.
we have to give a shout out to Deadly Daydreams, first time commenter, first time on the show. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for watching. Make sure you subscribe to you're commenting on YouTube. So make sure you hit the subscribe button and hit the thumbs. Everybody, while we're watching the show, hit the thumbs up button for us.
Yeah,
hit that thumbs up.
Hit the like, comment, subscribe. It helps the channel. It helps us grow.
Ringling the dingling button.
Yeah. So in the comments, I'm surprised there wasn't more One Piece cosplays for Pyro Week at Ren Fair, which is kind of surprising. You would think it just writes itself, pirates and Pyro Week. And
let's see. Hold on. Deacon said they didn't host panels at the San Antonio one. That's because you touch yourself at night. I'm just messing with you, bro.
Nah, but it's I don't know. Let me look up NostalgiaCon and see how their process is.
Yeah, well, I mean, maybe press, maybe not panels, maybe press. We'll see.
Yeah.
Actually, let me try to get press out.
Now everybody wants to be press.
If they're having wrestling there, I'll just be like.
But no, but this the comment was, I'm surprised there weren't more One Piece cosplays for Pirate Weekend at Ren Fair. There was a lot less people, so the campgrounds was packed as shit.
Mm-hmm.
But like the actual fair didn't have like a lot of. We had like 30,000 people on Saturday, and Sunday it was like. I felt like there were more people there for the camping than the
actual fair.
Yeah, which I am guilty of doing. Like I have the Diamond Pass because I couldn't just buy the camping pass by itself, so I had to get both.
Yeah,
and like I have a ticket for every day of fair for season.
Yeah, and one of the comments says half of the straw hats don't really look like pirates. 2 of them wear fucking suits, which is kind of accurate because I went to the Ren Fair and like an Asanji cosplay, and it was like the most awkward thing ever. Like so many people were like, "Why are you wearing a suit, dude?" What the hell?" And all that crap. And I was like, "Okay, don't wear this cosplay ever again at a Ren Fair."
Oh, dude, I wore my my Mexico armor, and like a few of the like Mexicans were like, "Órale, vato."
Like they understood.
Like I didn't have the shield, so it just looks like I'm in Mexican armor. But it's great. I like Renaissance. I've only been inside the actual fair like once this entire season, and I was there for like 3 hours because it was fucking hot. And I saw the fireworks, you know, and I was making jokes. Like I made friends. There was this couple, this girl. She has vitiligo like me, so we kind of like bonded over that. And I made friends with other Mexicans. There was a Latina Waldo, but she says, "I'm where's Maria." I was like, "Get the fuck out of here."
Wait, what happened?
No, there was a Latina Waldo, but her name was where's Maria.
Oh, I thought it was like a Sonic thing because Shadow would be like, Maria.
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 I gotta address Deacon's comments because we don't address him. He gets mad and he's sad, eats Taco Bell.
No, don't let him sad eat.
Yeah, we don't want him sad eat. Half of the straw hats don't really look like pirates to them. We're fucking
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
As make this channel grow. Yes, make it grow. The campgrounds had over 11,000 people. That's a lot of people. That's a lot of cars, a lot of RVs, a lot of tents, a lot of bullshit, a lot of dogs just shitting everywhere.
Free fertilizer.
Dude, what I want to know is who was the guy that convinced I want to meet the couple. There was a guy that convinced one of the girls to give him a blowjob in the porta potty.
That's
disgusting.
It's a horrible finish.
Those porta potties are nasty.
It must be like 500 degrees in one of those.
No, they're not. They're not hot. It's just that last week, somebody shit in one and missed the toilet. They did that on purpose. Because even if you're drunk, high, or fucked up, all you have to do is sit in the hole. That's like half the work right there, just sitting.
Maybe they forgot shapes.
Shit. I just realized I'm going
I
to
forgot shapes.
I just realized I'm possibly going to Dream State. This music festival, my first major music festival in a while. Now I'm like, oh man, there better not just be portable shitters over there. Like,
you know what that place
Don't
is
get
not
your
though? The Renaissance.
Don't get your hopes up.
So do you know that the Texas Renaissance Festival is the largest Renaissance festival in the country? I think it's in the world.
Yes.
isn't it like its own city, like kind of like Disney World or something?
It is half the town because the owner of the Texas Renaissance Festival is also the mayor.
Yeah,
And
Todd
the camp-
Mason.
The campgrounds itself is a mile, or at least it used to be. It might be bigger now. At one point, was a mile in diameter.
Mhm.
So, I mean, is Carmen Sandiego Latina? I don't really know that much about Carmen Sandiego because it was always look for her. I'm not looking for that bitch. Got better shit to do. I didn't even watch. I didn't even like Captain Planet. I thought Captain Planet was like, it was a great show. It was interesting, but as I got older, I realized it was dumb. Like, you throw a banana peel at that guy, he's out for the count. But so are the people at the campgrounds, like, the campgrounds are huge. The campground is massive. Like, it would take a while to explore the entire campground because it is massive. Like, there's the quiet section, then there's the general section. You know, in the quiet section, it has like hardly any trees, so there isn't a lot of shade. I would hate to stay there. Sucks. It was hot. It was raining. But at night, you know, the wind blew away my canopy and broke it. I got pictures. So, somebody would like to sponsor me, please. Seffi, throw me a couple bucks. I need to buy a banner so we can start a Geeks 5-Hour Clan. They must have had Taco Bell. No, they didn't. It was solid.
I see
It was
if I can get
solid
one.
shit.
Yeah, only if I get to design it.
What? We have our
Logos and stuff.
yeah, we do. It's in the corner. Look, we even had hoodies coming out.
Yeah.
This is why you said that part. We even had hoodies.
Hoodies, bro. Look, there you go. It's a beautiful logo.
Shit, I need sponsorships. I've got I don't even have merch. I'm trying to get my I'm trying to get sponsors off the ground. I had some. I technically still do, but I need some merch sponsors.
Deacon says the mayor runs it and no one questions that. Yeah, because the town's
The town needs
population is
money.
like 800 people.
If anything, their
Yeah.
economy kind of relies on that.
Their entire economy relies on the revenue income that comes from the Texas Renaissance Festival. Because I've driven through there during the middle of the year and it's an empty road.
Really?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
they go. We're taking. I think we're gonna buy them and sell them, like in person. Because I haven't found a vendor yet it's gonna make it for us. But that was on Amazon. I took a screenshot of what it looked like, what it would look like.
Legit question: how does one send money to you? I thought you guys don't have super chats enabled, or am I?
Zelle.
Cash App. We actually have a company Cash App.
Surprise.
No, my Zelle got hacked, so my shit is I'm banned.
That's sad. Because Cash App takes money away from whoever I'm sending it to. So
No, it doesn't.
every time I send money to somebody, they're like $3 short.
That's because they do the instant transfer. You got to do the
Ah.
Wait a few days, yeah. The free one.
like the 24-hour one is free, but it's got to. That's because what they do is they spot you the money, and once it clears, they get the actual money. That's why there's a charge. They're spotting you the money. If you just do it clearly, like yeah. But my Zelle got hacked. I have Venmo and Cash App and PayPal, like food stamps, Monopoly
Layaway.
dollars.
Layaway station.
Dude, I lay away the shit out of things that I want because I can't afford them on the spot, so I just do that.
Oh yeah.
But with Ren Fair, like I said, we want to get a group together. It's camping. It is camping. So like the toilets or porta potties. I'm gonna see if Asian will get a stove, like a propane stove, a tiny one, so we can actually so I won't starve the next time I'm out there. Because I went out there by myself and I didn't have a stove and I starved to death.
I didn't want to dox y'all, but Merry Christmas.
Oh, what the fuck? I was joking.
I know. That's why I did it.
I just bought some Christmas gifts today.
Oh shit! I'm gonna buy food, bro. Thanks.
Yeah, although that's my limit. Nobody else asked me for shit.
Well, for Christmas, I was just gonna extend. All right, everyone, your friendship with me your subscription has been renewed for another year.
Jason's gonna buy 10 Taco Bells today.
Oh, okay, yeah, I heard that. He used to be the mayor, at least. It is King George. Apparently, so there's a story about him. He was seen riding around in it was a Cadillac. And it was like a big Cadillac, right? I think it's Escalade's Cadillac, right? Because I think I saw somebody say Escalade.
Yeah, it is.
Yes, it was an Escalade. Okay, cool. Because I have to look up that. So apparently, he rides around in a black Cadillac Escalade with gold rims, right? Like they have gold trimming. And apparently, there's a reason why. So he doesn't drive anymore. He's not allowed to drive because he's wrecked several vehicles. So somebody drives him around in that Cadillac, and the gold trimming is on it because he has gotten in the wrong fucking Cadillac before. And the old lady in the car was yelling at him to get the fuck out. So now they had to distinguish it from other similar looking vehicles.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, he wrecked too much. I think he wrecked like 4 vehicles or 3. I'm not sure.
God damn. Then again, he's like 80 years old, but still.
He's pretty old. Like the documentary is not like here's the thing.
Oh, you seen it too?
If you saw the documentary, I didn't see it because I don't have to. The documentary does cover a lot, but it doesn't cover everything. The Renaissance Festival is very fun, but it can be a little unsafe. But before you go trashing on that, any anime convention or Comic-Con can be unsafe. Any event can be unsafe. Any club or bar can be unsafe. Any grocery store can be unsafe. Like somebody got assaulted in their car in front of the Walmart on West Road in 45. This was back in like 2008, 2009. We see your dog like hanging out where your window is, Sonic.
Yeah,
So cute. He's so cute. Trying to get
he's doing
out.
it. He's just.
He's like humping the pillow or something.
Yeah, he's just like he's feel itching his crotch and he doesn't feel like licking it. He's like, ah, screw it. I'm gonna just rub it all over my bed for to
He's
spite
like,
me.
hey, stop! That's where I sleep.
That's his bed now.
I got you on the link, buddy. We'll order some hoodies.
This is
I might
territory.
just give you one. We'll give you the prototype. If it looks like shit, then like Merry Christmas.
Merry Birthmas.
Yeah, but like King George, like the issue I've heard is that he wants somebody to take over because obviously, like they said, a family member's not going to take over. So, I mean, it is what it is. I hopefully this Renaissance Festival is the largest one in the country for sure. I know that for sure. Now around the world, I think that is the case. But it is not like other Renaissance festivals either. This one is very Disney, like landish, very
Really?
commercial, very money. Like they have a Papa John's taco truck there. I'm not even kidding.
Papa
You're
John's
fucking
truck.
with me. You're
Yeah,
fucking with me.
it's a Papa John's. Sorry, it's a Papa John's food truck,
Food truck. Yeah.
All the garlic sauce you can eat. Come on, man.
bro. It's like $30 for like a one topping pizza.
Oh my god.
They're charging con prices. Take over what?
Oh,
The
the
Renaissance
truck. The truck.
The taco truck? No. The
Yeah.
Renaissance? No. Taco
Get all
truck?
that stress. Get all that stress.
I'm good. I'm good. Fuck that shit.
Drive to Mission every day.
Who's that?
It's the dog.
The dog's having fun back there.
Probably is.
I was gonna say somebody left their X videos on.
No,
Or-
it's
Nah. And I'm so sick. Okay. I'm so sick of that stupid, shitty sound quality. Like, you know what I'm talking about? Whenever they play a video and it's that like that moaning sound.
yeah.
But it's been recycled so much it sounds so awful that it's not fooling anyone. You know it's fake. Like, you know, it's just like a trap, right? Like nobody's buying that they're actually watching a porn because it doesn't even sound like a girl moaning anymore. It just sounds like a dolphin dying or some bullshit like that.
A dolphin dying.
What's X videos? Those
Wow,
X videos
does he-
are
What?
typically porn videos.
Seriously,
He knows what it is.
he knows the entire menu of Taco Bell, but doesn't know what X videos is.
He knows what X videos are. He knows their porn videos. He goes to PornCon. I mean,
Little-
Hentai Con. No,
Little
I mean,
Con.
it's a little convention, Hentai Con, where people did. I'm not gonna say anything bad. I'm already in a lot of trouble as it is. But
Didn't he ask who are certain? I'm not gonna repeat their names, but he asked who a couple of people were. Who I'm surprised he didn't know. They absolutely should. Heck, I wish I forgot who they were.
see, I didn't know that was Holy Pete because I don't really know what he looks like. Like I've only seen pictures. If I had seen them dressed as Bieber and P Diddy, I would have been like, "Why you?" Like, dude, like I probably would have like said something to him, like, "What the fuck is wrong with you?"
Yeah.
Like, are you fucking stupid or something? Dude, what is wrong with you? Like, and then they made content and then they kicked them out. And I don't know, like maybe that's why they got mad at us because we were like criticizing them for not kicking them out sooner. But it is what it is. Whole Wheat Pete, for those of you that don't know that are watching the channel for the first time live, Whole Wheat Pete is a bitch.
Celebrity boxing. Whole Wheat Pete versus Jesse. Let's go.
No, that's not true. You walked around with your wiener out. We all saw your hot dog. Not by choice. I'm just kidding. He keeps his hot dog in the packaging.
I was gonna say that's not very Deacon of him, right? It's talk about Deacon, right?
Yes. I was gonna say something sarcastic, but no, yeah, we're talking about Deacon.
We know he's a taco in his pants.
That was so 2 weeks ago. Wasn't the con just a week ago?
No,
Two
it's 2
ago.
weeks ago.
It's only
Alright.
been like 8
2 weeks.
days.
Doesn't feel like it, but yeah, it's 2 weeks ago.
It's daylight savings.
Oh
Tell me
God!
something.
Now I can enjoy lunch and watch the sunset at the same time.
Yeah.
Shit.
Hey, you know what? I'm not knocking it, man. At Ren Fair, when everybody's partying and hanging out and drinking, that was an extra hour of partying.
No, you did not. Oh, never mind. That was somebody said. I was reading a comment. Sorry, I read a comment. It took me by surprise. I'll be honest. As much as I love the nightlife, for it to be night so soon, I don't think I like it.
Why? What's wrong with the nightlife? It's better. There's no sun. There's less people.
No, that's what I'm
Nobody's-
saying. I like the nighttime, but it's like for the night to come so quickly. I'm like, I don't know. In Japan, it was like that. I think it starts becoming night at like 5:30 in the afternoon.
I don't ever see myself going to I almost said San Japan. I meant Japan. If I ever go to Japan, the first thing it would be because of their Chicano Latino festival.
I didn't know. I know there was a Chicano culture, but I did not know that they have a festival there.
Yes.
That's so cool.
Our culture is more popular than anime in Japan. Woohoo! Well, that's not saying a lot because football in Japan is more popular than actual anime.
Yeah.
Like they have their own football. That's one thing people don't realize. Japan has a football league, and it is popular, very popular. Sports are just as popular in Japan as they are in the U.S. Like it's like you can't what?
I could not sit down and watch a baseball game, but baseball in Japan just goes super hard over there.
I mean, everyone has the. I mean, I like watching. I won't watch the entire football season because obviously, I'm not gonna catch every game. I like the Steelers. I'll catch a game every now and then. I'm not really a big fan of. I support the Texans. Not a fan though. Patriots. I was a fan until Tom Brady left. I don't give a shit for the Jacksonville Jaguars for reasons.
Jacksonville doesn't give a shit for Jacksonville Jaguars.
Yeah.
So Deacon Rap says I did not write the symbiote. And for those of you that saw Venom the movie, it sucks. Don't waste your money.
Really?
It's pretty bad.
Like a quick little review. It sucks. Don't see it.
So the one thing people waited for throughout the entire movie, like spoiler, by the way, hold on. Spoiler alert.
It's been 2 weeks. I'm sorry.
Nah, it's
Has
been
it?
like it's been it came out the same weekend as SumiCon.
So it's been 8 days, but the movie sucks. So I don't want you guys to waste your time or your money because it's supposed to be the last one, but we'll see, I guess. We don't have the spoiler warning banner anymore, and I don't want to make one. No, we don't. Okay, this is the best I can do.
All right, there you go.
All right. Here we go. So in Venom, they're supposed to be okay. So you know how they made it about that dude, Noel or whoever the fuck his name is.
Yeah.
The symbiote king that's connected to all the symbiotes across the multiverse.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he doesn't show up for except one scene at the very end.
Yeah, the post credits.
Oh, they Thanos it.
They really, yeah, and it was the dumbest. And the movie that you could tell Tom Hardy just didn't care anymore. So Japan's baseball team is the most profitable sport in Japan.
Yeah, that's why they got that Japanese player for the Dodgers here in the MLB. They would talk about him like it was pretty much like if it's like if wrestling terms, he's like your top draw basically.
Okay.
I never seen the first two Venom movies. I didn't see the first one, but I saw the second one because I had heard a rumor about it being connected to Spider-Man, and it was an after credit scene. I got honeypotted or catfished into watching that crappy movie.
Oh, the one with Carnage.
I'm gonna start saying honeypotted because I watched the interview and they keep saying honeypotted. But he is connected to the bad guy in Thor's. No, they're not connected to the bad guy. They're connected to the sword. The sword is made from the symbiote.
Yeah, the one that Gore used in Love and Thunder.
Mm-hmm. I like Love and Thunder. I don't know why people hated it. I like my favorite part was Screaming Goats, but
that's one of the reasons why people didn't like it. I
I fucking love that shit.
Which is kind of weird because like Ragnarok was so good, and people are like, okay, Love and Thunder is what happens if you try to do Ragnarok, but it was like you get to do whatever you want, but it's like, okay, you could have just put a restriction. I get it. Yeah, Venom is not in the MCU that we know as of right now.
So it is connected to the Marvel Cinematic Multiverse of the MCU because he does make an appearance in Spider-Man No Way Home.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
and the symbiote got stuck in that dimension.
Mm-hmm. And the symbiote, a piece of the symbiote is trapped in the MCU. So they did connect them.
Did anyone see Crisis on Infinite Earths?
I have only seen the first one. I thought it was kind of... So the pacing for Crisis on Infinite Earths was kind of weird.
Was the one that was on the CW, right? The live action?
No, the animated one.
Oh, okay.
Dude, they shit on every DC animated series they ever made. They shit on
really?
They just like killed all the universes. It was crazy. It was. I haven't seen all the movies, but I've seen clips. So for those of you that are gonna go check out the Texas Renaissance Festival, let us know. Join the Discord. We want to get a big group together. It's camping, so if it's not freezing,
check the weather.
Check the weather. Could be cold. Hopefully it's not hot, but it might be a little hot during the day. There's a lot of walking, so your feet will fucking hurt. Sonic's been.
Mm-hmm. Walking in formal shoes was a big mistake. If I knew that, I should have just worn my comfortable shoes.
Should have just been barefooted. At that
Yeah.
point. So I've done that. That shit sucked. I've gone I wore my Ninja Turtle cosplay and I decided to do it barefooted. That was the biggest mistake I've ever fucking made.
Step on rocks.
Yeah, step on rocks, potential bugs, ants.
Dude, when you step on rocks, you feel them through your regular shoes.
Yeah, that's how rocks end up in your. Yeah.
But I mean, all right, let's go ahead and plug in our social media. We're gonna go ahead and wrap it up. All right, we're gonna start with Sephi. Go.
Oh man, SephiHakubi.com. Everything is on there. I'm primarily on Instagram, so definitely check out all my stuff on Instagram. The only thing that I have coming up is so for those that have been following me in music, so Galaxy Station is postponed. Galaxy Station is a huge trance festival at the that's supposed to take place in December, but I can't really speak on why it's being postponed. But it will be postponed till spring, just about spring or the summer, around that area. But there's going to be another trance music event that same weekend by Galaxy Station. It's called Mission Control, and your fine boy will definitely be there. Otherwise, I've just been quiet. If you guys want to talk to me, SephiHakubi.com. Also, Hakubiverse.com is my label site. I am on Discord there, so find me on Discord on Hakubiverse. I just wanted to hang out, so I'm glad you guys let me in just to BS, and this is very relaxing for me. At the end of the day, I just want to say that we're doing this to make our scene better. We're not tearing anybody down. At least you guys are. I don't have any bones to pick yet, but I'm just glad to help out the community however I can.
I mean, yeah, we just want to help the con. I mean, some people got upset; they took it the wrong way because I refuse to kiss any convention's ass. I will not do it unless they pay me.
If anything, I would say if whenever I'm gonna say when because I keep talking about it, it's gonna happen. If whenever I do a con, like you guys, I'll say you guys are gonna be the first ones I call, because I definitely trust you guys' judgment, and at the end of the day, it is for the fans first and foremost.
Huh. Okay. Well,
Nothing I said. I was like, oh shit, something I said.
No, I was looking at somebody sent me a message. It's interesting. I just have to acknowledge it with a huh. But all right, Your Highness, what do you got going on?
Got a show coming up on November 16th up in Humble. If you can, follow me on Instagram, Your Highness Joseph, YOHYNNES, and then Joseph. And on Facebook as well, same thing. So, yeah, have fun tonight. Can't wait to see y'all on November 16th. Come to the Humble backyard, get some beers, watch some wrestling.
All right, Sonic, you are last but not least.
All right. Follow me on Instagram. I am Super Saiyan Sonic. That's my Instagram. From there, you will see my link tree where I have all my other socials. You can follow me on Twitter. I'm on Blue Sky as well, the Twitter alternate. I'm there. I'm also on YouTube. I'm working on a couple of videos. And just stay tuned on that. Please subscribe to my channel if you can. And again, I mentioned it earlier. I will be at Sonic Expo this weekend. If you see me, say hi. And maybe we'll talk about Sonic Expo next week's show. And yeah, that's pretty much it. And it's hope you guys are staying safe out there, and especially up in the Dallas area, they're dealing with some major weather that's supposed to hit them soon. So just be careful out there, anyone out there. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Just follow me on Instagram again, Super Saiyan Sonic, and that's my link tree is in the bio.
All right, sir. Thank you for. So make sure you follow us on YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, mostly just YouTube and Instagram because those are the ones I follow. You would like to help us buy, well, the money we'll buy food first off and foremost. But if you would like to help us out, because anything that gets donated will actually go towards the channel and towards, other stuff that we need, because the subscription for the channel is $20. We don't make any money off YouTube. Everything like so far I've paid out of pocket. So thank you for following us. Like I said, hit the thumbs up button, hit the subscribe button, and the ding-a-ling button to be notified every time we go live. I don't know if we'll be live this Wednesday because I don't really have like a full schedule set up. We went on our hiatus. We just kind of came back when I felt better and when shit kind of like stabilized. So if you would like, I'll make an announcement. Join our official Discord and shit post with us. Talk shit and make fun of Deacon Rap for
So when you join, we're just saying it. We're just trying to try to be more open to people. When you join, just read the rules, and all that stuff. Just agree, and then you're all good.
That's right. Agree to the rules, and then you can make fun of Deacon Rap for eating too much Taco Bell.
At the right channel.
Yeah, in the right channel. Don't be doing that in the
some random. Don't do it in the general chat.
Yeah, don't do it in the lewd stuff channel. Do it in the Taco Bell channel. I made his own channel just so he can talk about Taco Bell.
I see it.
She had a Red Lobster.
Red Lobster.
Cheddar Biscuit channel.
Cheddar Biscuit channel.
Delicious.
All right, guys. Thanks for watching. We'll see everybody. Maybe Wednesday. Like I said, maybe Wednesday I'll make an announcement whether I do it or not. Depends on how I feel. All right. Later.
See ya.
All right. See you guys next.